I'm Avery, and I think that I'm from Cape Verde, it's 9 islands off the west coast of Senegal.
I think I might be from South Africa.
Why?
Because my grandfather, when he was young, he looked like Nelson Mandela.
My name is Jimani Ford. I think I'm probably from East Africa, probably from Kenya.
I think that I'm either from Ghana or Liberia. And
Why?
well, because my parents say that a lot of African Americans are from West Africa.
I think I'm probably from somewhere on the west coast of Africa because that would have been the easiest place to pick up people from for anybody else, like coming from either Europe or the Americas.
You mean like in the slave trade?
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Sadiq Swanson. The two places I picked in Africa were Egypt and Nigeria, and the reason, I really don't have a reason, I just picked it.
Well, besides Nigeria, I think maybe Ghana, because people say that my family looks like people from Ghana, so.
I really don't know where I'm from in Africa, or like really much about Africa. But I think that it's like important to know where you're from in Africa. Like, I don't know myself, but like I think that you should know like who are you from, where you're from, just like in general as a person, because then it kind of gives you like a sense of I know this about myself, and like that's like who I am. And like you can like change other things like your personality and whatever, but you can't change where you're from. And like I think that's important to know something about yourself that's just gonna be there until you die.
And why do you think it's important to know where you're from?
Well, I think it's important to know where you're from so you know what your history is, and if anybody asks you about where you're from or what your family history is, you can tell them and not have to think twice.
I think it's important because I think African Americans in New York, we're not proud to be something. We don't really know what we are. We know that we're somewhere in Africa, but we don't know exactly where. And sometimes I find that like Africans will come to America and they'll be like, oh, you're African, but we don't realize that we are too.
Why do you think it's important to know where you're from?
Sometimes just to satisfy curiosity.
Because you want to know like your ancestors and your past, and you should know like what your family were and how they acted, and that's really important. And because you want to know about your past.
Sometimes it's maybe it has something to do with where you're going to go, like if you're going to return.
I think it's important to know your heritage because you don't really learn it in school.
I think it's important so you don't get caught in the mix, and in the mix as in saying like, so you don't get caught up thinking that you're just from one place in Africa, you don't lose your culture and find out like who you really are, and like how you're not just black, and like it's not just one general thing.
I guess it's just good to know things about yourself.
Okay. And what do you hope this experience will give to you?
I hope it'll give me a lot of fun things, and I'll learn a lot about who I am.
I hope it'll like help me in my drama skills, also as learning how to be a different person, not only like a country person, like also an African or an African American one.
I hope it will help me retrace back to my roots, and I hadn't done that before, but it would help me learn about who I was before, basically, and who my grandparents were.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can tell my mom.
And what do you hope that this experience will do for you?
I hope it'll give me a little bit more pride in where I came from.
I think this experience will broaden my knowledge on my past and my family, my ancestors, because right now I don't really know a lot about it.
And what do you hope this experience will give you?
Just a better understanding of where I'm from and who I am.
Indeed. Do you smile, Ogie? Do for you.
I hope this experience will give me that, like, that sense of knowing and like being able to say that I'm from wherever and that's a part of me. I think that's cool.
And what do you hope this experience will give to you?
Knowledge of where I actually, like, where I'm descended from, and good performance, like fun.
Take it out.
No, the air got on me.
Inside your cheek. Not your teeth, your cheek. Make it really wet. Get it in there. Rub it all over